All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to this weekend edition of The Truth with Ben Jokes, your number one political talk show. Local production, rice mills collapsing. Now, right from around 2017, some of us began complaining about the APC's approach to boosting local production of the most widely consumed food item in Nigeria, rice. Under Jonathan, we bought imported rice. A bag of rice sold for 8,500 naira. Then the APC came in and closed the borders, and Buhari began to empower local rice mills to begin production. But guess what? A bag of local rice then rose from 4,000 naira not to 8,500 but to around 25,000 naira. And some of us knew immediately that something was off. Review this border closure policy, use another method, but the APC refused to make adjustments to this very moment. Today, a bag of local rice sells for over 70,000 naira, yet local rice mills are closing down. After over 10 years of border closure under the APC, both consumers and local producers have suffered for nothing because the economic steps taken were simply wrong. Border closure is the last step you take when trying to improve local production. You have to first ensure that local production can meet demand in terms of quantity and quality without breaking down after a couple of years before you think of closing borders. You have to ensure that local production can provide cheaper alternatives before you think of border closure. And when you achieve this, the border closure will even come naturally because people will naturally choose the cheaper options. But APC thought they could force border closure on the economy. Now look at where we are. Pathetic. Now, let us look at the top stories. Obi's running mate, Yusuf Datti, has attacked the coalition ADC, calling them liars and deceivers of Nigerians, and he began to call on Peter Obi to return to the Labour Party. But the ADC fired back at him, rubbishing his claims, then asking him to come on board and quit complaining. Before I show you details of these top stories and how Nigerians reacted, let me quickly show you this video. Former Chief of Army Staff Buratai has launched a subtle attack on the APC and this administration as regards insecurity. See the video.
Sorry to interrupt your thoughts. Let me come to the military. You see, the military is just one aspect of the overall state function or state activity or national activity. We must get it very clear that apart from the military, we have the economic line, we have the social line, we have the political line. It's very important. Get it also, make sure that the social aspect, the underlying causes are all addressed. It's not just a matter of relying completely 100% on the military to solve the entire security challenges. There is an underlying cause. It was started from within the society. It was started, through some political actors. And it was essentially a political, issue. This insecurity is essentially political. And now it's been left to the military and the political actors staying behind. So this is something that there is need for total, review of the security, aspect in terms of political, associations or political involvement and so on.
You heard that. I'm happy that a personality as big as the ex-chief of army staff has come out to confirm that politicians were the ones who started this whole insecurity thing in this country, because I have said the same thing repeatedly on this channel. APC started it all. The bombings and the kidnappings, they orchestrated it all to make the Jonathan regime look bad. Today, the plot has completely gotten out of hand, and even the military has been overpowered in many parts of Nigeria. And many people have said that Buratai is making these revelations now to ruin the Tinubu government, that it is another dimension of the northern attack on this regime. But my question is, all the things he said in this video, are they true or not? You see, we have come to a point in this country where we should only focus on solutions at the moment and not conspiracy theories. The severity of this insecurity has nothing to do with loving a particular politician or hating a particular politician. No, as it stands today, Nigerians cannot move freely from one state to another without fear of kidnapping, and this situation is not going to change anytime soon. As a matter of fact, it is not going to change under the APC because they brought in this militia in 2014. If Nigerians from north, south, east and west want peace to return to this country, we must cast aside our sentiments and do the needful. Opinions like, why didn't Buratai say this under Buhari? Why is he saying it now? Those opinions are not relevant to me. Bat and Buhari teamed up to form the APC, and this nation has not rested ever since. If the APC members turn against themselves and they decide to betray him, it is all good as far as freedom returns to the Nigerian people. Point blank, period. Now, let us look at the top stories. Obi's running mate Yusuf Datti attacks the coalition, asking Obi to dump them and return to the Labour Party. A statement that was met with mixed reactions by Nigerians. The coalition then fired back at him, calling his claims personal and asking him to come on board. Let's start by taking that update from Yusuf Datti. Look at how the papers reported it. ADC deceiving Nigerians. Obi should return to Labour Party to contest 2027 presidency. Baba-Ahmed, Labour Party vice presidential candidate in the 2023 general elections, Datti Baba-Ahmed, has said the African Democratic Congress coalition is deceiving Nigerians. He spoke on Channels TV on Friday, a week after a former presidential candidate of the Labour Party, who he served as his running mate in 2023 poll, Peter Obi, endorsed the ADC candidate for the Anambra State by-elections. Asked on his belief that ADC members were able to fix the country, Mr. Baba-Ahmed said, "They are deceiving us. I'm in the Labour Party for God's sake," Mr. Baba-Ahmed said when told he is a member of the ADC, adding, "I'm a Peter Obi man. I still want Peter Obi to come back to the Labour Party to contest 2027. He also expressed interest in contesting 2027 alongside Mr. Obi when asked if he would contest in the election. If Nigeria is still around and there is an electoral system to follow, my love for Nigeria is undying, and I would appropriately associate with group and individuals that are like-minded to restore Nigeria," Mr. Baba-Ahmed said. Mr. Obi attributed his endorsement of the ADC candidates during last Saturday's by-elections in Anambra State to the internal crisis rocking the Labour Party. Heard that? That was Obi's running mate Yusuf Datti there, saying emphatically that the coalition ADC are deceiving Nigerians, that they are not going to make any change, and he was calling on Peter Obi to return to the Labour Party to continue his quest for presidency. But the ADC has now fired back at Yusuf Datti. Look at how the papers reported it. Datti Baba-Ahmed's claims are personal and untrue. ADC fires back. The African Democratic Congress has dismissed recent remarks by Senator Datti Baba-Ahmed, the 2023 Labour Party vice presidential candidate, describing his criticism of the opposition coalition as personal opinions that do not reflect ADC's position. The ADC, however, stressed that its coalition remains a collective effort aimed at presenting a credible alternative to Bola Tinubu's administration. The statement noted that the coalition brings together prominent leaders such as former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, former Governor Nasir El-Rufai, Senator David Mark, Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola, Rotimi Amechi, and Mr. Peter Obi. These leaders, the ADC explained, united after wide consultations to put national interest above partisan divides and to provide competent, compassionate leadership. Obi had stressed that no single group can change Nigeria alone and called for unity to dismantle the structures of poverty and insecurity, insisting that a new Nigeria is possible. The ADC clarified that Senator Baba-Ahmed's remarks were strictly his own. Senator Datti Baba-Ahmed's assertions are his personal opinions and do not reflect the position of the ADC or its coalition partners. Wires stated. The party also extended an olive branch to him, describing him as a respected voice and urging him to join the coalition. Senator Datti Baba-Ahmed is a respected voice who has always stood for integrity and justice. Since the coalition is a collective effort that requires the strength and skills of all patriots, we sincerely hope he comes on board to contribute to this shared vision for a better Nigeria. Wires added. Wow, a good response there from the coalition to Yusuf Datti. Now, first of all, Yusuf Datti is entitled to his own opinion about the coalition, and it is a good thing that he said he is still a Peter Obi man. But I would like to say three things here. Number one, Obi needs to have a proper discussion with Datti on this matter if these interviews are not just stunts by Datti and Obi himself, because these are politicians. It could be a stunt just, to get Nigerians excited. But if it is not, then proper communication is needed. As it stands now, Datti's job is to try to stabilize the Labour Party. Abure has been sacked by a federal high court, so it is time to build on that judgment, hold meetings with the likes of Alex Oti and the caretaker chairman Nenadi Yusuf, reassure those members that are still redeemable, stabilize the party so that if the ADC ends up being what you have described, if they end up being deceitful people and their primaries becomes all about dollars and corrupt agreements, then Obi will leave and fully return to the Labour Party, to a party that he would have stabilized so that the two of you can then run for presidency in 2027. But for now, the coalition is the biggest thing happening in opposition politics in Nigeria today. There is no way Peter Obi won't be a part of it. That is impossible. Secondly, Obi will not work with only perfect people. There will be criminals in his political party. This is Nigeria. You cannot even get up to 10 people that have integrity in any gathering in this country. So saying that these particular people are they are deceptive, they are corrupt people, so you should leave them, that will never work. There will always be corrupt people. There will always be dark-minded people in any political party, but we should have a man whose light is big enough to negate that darkness. And number three, Yusuf Datti should understand that there are many positions in a cabinet that are far better than the vice presidential position. So if he doesn't get that, he will put in better and more notable contributions in other aspects. So he should stop worrying about that VP slot. By and large, as it stands, nobody trusts the coalition 100%. But this is politics and it has to be played to the very end. Anyway, make I leave am here. Make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una. Na I dey here. So, don't go away. Don't go away.